Hello, good people. Welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts, and this is Tracy. Today I want to try this hack that I have experimented with a few times, and it is using the cardstock. If you use the cardstock for your rhinestone templates, and it's a way, hopefully, if it works again for me, that you can lay your cardstock down on the table or whatever you're using, preferably a cutting mat, and it will stay down and you won't get the rhinestones up underneath, and it won't lift up when you're trying to, it won't lift up off the table when you're trying to lift it, lift the transfer paper up with the rhinestones. So let me get everything set up and hope that this goes well like it did for me the first time I tried it. It could be a game changer with the cardstock template cutouts for rhinestones. We shall see. I'm going to try this again. I thought I was recording, did the whole clip, and it wasn't recorded. So, it's already done, but I'm going to start over, just with what I have. So here's my cutout template, cardstock. And what I have done is taken my two-sided tape here, any kind of two-sided tape, and then I just put I came close to the edge of the rhinestone cutout, and I placed pieces along here, and then on the bottom down towards the end of the rhinestone cutout, and I put pieces like 4 or 5 pieces down here, and then I don't have much room on these sides, so I stuck a piece of two-sided tape here and a piece right here. Okay, and then what I do is start at one end and go down the cardstock cutout and smooth it like that, so that that two-sided tape adheres to my, what do you call this, cutting mat. And it's best to use a cutting mat because later on you'll see where I trim this to take it off. So I do like that, and then after I've done that part, then I lay on the painter's tape around the edge of the cardstock. Secure that down really well, and then I take, and you know, it's packing tape, and this is tape that I use when I do priority mail. I have a lot of it, so I'm using it, but use packing tape and take a strip, and I take a strip and I line it up with the edge of the painter's tape. I put that piece down first, and I go all the way around like that. Smooth it out, and then I come back with more tape here in the middle, and I cover that cardstock. Come about 1/4 of an inch from your rhinestone cutout and place another piece. Now, if I had room on the sides, I would do the same thing, but I don't have any room. So down here, the same thing. Place it down about 1/4 of an inch away from the bottom of your rhinestone cutout. Smooth it out. Smooth it out and smooth it down. And as you see, there's no play here. There's no room. It doesn't lift up whatsoever for the rhinestones to fall into place. Okay, I think that's all I said in that clip that I'm redoing here. And we'll go on to the next clip, to the next section, where I pour the rhinestones in here. And they fall into place, and nothing goes under. It's all good. So now I'll just put my rhinestones down. Brush them in, and keep it moving so you can see how this ends, the end result of the purpose of this whole ordeal that I'm doing. You know, for those of us that use the cardstock, this should help you out a lot. Gotta make it do what it do. Can't do the flock yet, and it's so darn expensive. I was looking for some flock, and if I can get my settings right on my Cricut to cut it, but for some reason I can't. And when I buy some, I've been looking, but pricing is about the same everywhere. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have Dimps help me to set my Cricut, the pressure and all that, however you set it, because I haven't been able to get it to cut. Okay, let's see how good we placed them in here. Let's see, I need some over on this end here. I know flock makes life a lot easier in this process, but you know, for those of us who can't afford it or choose to use the cardstock, we're gonna improvise and take the time that we need to make it work. There's always two ways to skin a cat. One might take longer than the other, but it'll get done. Alright, let me just brush these off as best I can, and then go back and fill in the holes that didn't receive a rhinestone. And I won't keep you on for this long process. I'll come back after I clean this up, fill in the few that didn't fill in. And let me just say, that may not be the only reason that you use cardstock, because you can't afford. Let me clear that up, because you can't afford the flock. You know, I can afford it. I don't want to buy it yet. It's expensive, but you know, we use these also for the temporary templates. You know, the small templates, the ones that we're not going to reuse, etc., etc. Let me just put that waiver in there, clear that up. And then also for those who, you know, choose not to purchase the flock. Just cleaning these off best I can, and then I'll, like I said, I'll do this off camera. Put all my extra rhinestones up, because I don't want to lose not one. Okay, I got all the stones placed, all the extra ones lifted off, the ones that were flipped over, flipped the right way, and then filled in the holes that needed to be filled in. And as you can see, if you can see, I hope I'm close enough, that this is laying down. There's no space between the cardstock and the table or my cutting mat. No, nothing underneath. There's no room for them to go underneath. And so it worked for this one. So now it's time for the committal. You know, I'm not committed to this transfer tape. We have issues. I'm going to try it. I don't know if I want to do it on camera or not, because I don't want to scream in y'all ears. But let's go. And I just want to do this part to lift them off so you can see how this transfer tape is not as bad coming off as it is if there was no tape on this cardstock. Oh dear Lord. Okay, y'all pray. Oh, I should have cut this some. I'm sorry. Let me come back. I don't want it this big. Let me cut this transfer tape. Be right back. Okay, that's better. I still gave myself a little leeway These are 3 inches, and I think I cut this paper about 5 inches. I just didn't want the whole thing. So here we go. Pray for me and pray with me that we commit here. Okay. Shaping it in a curve here. Oh dear Lord. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I messed up, man. Just a little bit. Yeah, they moved some. Doggone it. Let me straighten that out. I'll be back. Okay, I got them fixed and in place. Just popped them back into the holes. The ones that didn't commit right. So anyway, then what I do, I just take my finger and I go over the stones really firmly to make sure that they all stick, hopefully, to this transfer paper, transfer tape, or whatever it's called. And I'm just pushing firmly. And if a stone is out of place, you'll hear it pop into that circle, into that cutout circle. So I'm burnishing with my finger. And you can use your fingernail to put the stone back in place if it moves. And I see one stone here that has flipped totally over, but I'll correct that when I get ready to press this onto the shirt. One stone. I just got to remember it's in the R. Okay, let me burnish these down in the A. And I think I did it pretty good. Okay, so let's lift this tape off. If I can find the end right here. Let's see if this makes a difference this time in the ease of getting it off of the cardstock because I have the tape down. Let me stand up and let's go. So it is. It doesn't lift the cardstock up because it is down with the two-sided tape. And it's not so hard lifting off of this packing tape as it would be if it lifted off of the cardstock. Still going slow though. Just want to make sure I get all my stones. And as you see, the cardstock is not lifting up. And there you have it. I get this end off. Okay. All my stones lifted. The cardstock didn't lift off the table. Let me lay these on here and I will fix that R later. Yep, one stone that didn't flip. Put this back on the backing. Don't play with me. Not after all this. And I'm going to set this aside and show you what I do next. I couldn't show you what I wanted to show you yet because I had to do this artist twice. So I filled it in with the rhinestones already, and I got to do another committal here. then I'll show you what I need to do. And by the way, these are the Baby's Booties rhinestones off her website, and they are the Hot Fix SS10 crystal. So let's try it again, and hopefully this works well. I'm gonna curve it. Oh dear Jesus, I hate this. Yum. I did it! Woohoo! Look at there, look at there. Okay. Let me take this off, and then I'm gonna show you what I do to take this off of the mat. Now I can show you what I do to lift this up. And the reason for putting this painter's tape down also along with this packing tape is the painter's tape. It helps to lift it off of the cutting board. So I just take my X-Acto knife and I come out about 1/4 of an inch on each side, cutting away the excess. So I'll do that. Cut all the way down, come across here. Just do each side and leaving it about 1/4 inch of the packing tape down for a border. Let's come across the top here. And then I just begin to lift this off, the part that I'm going to throw away. It sticks pretty good. It sticks pretty good to this mat. Move my cup. Don't want to knock that over. All right. So I'm just peeling up this excess first, and then we'll lift the template so that I can store it away. And I'm keeping these because these cardstock, I'm keeping them because this is like the 4th shirt that I had to do for this artist. So I need to keep this in case he reaches out and wants more. Would have been nice to have it on a flock, but I did my cardstock. Okay. Alrighty, so we got that much left, and if I can get it off my fingers, let's lift one of these corners. So I lift a corner, and if I have to lift the corner of the painter's tape, I lift that too, so I can get up underneath it. And I'm going to have to go kind of slow because, as you remember, underneath this is the 2-sided tape. So I'll go down the edge and kind of lift it all the way on one side. Like I said, this is extra work, but it pays off. If I can get that up. Get up under here. Okay. So then I just slowly lift this off, holding onto the sides so that the 2-sided tape comes up without tearing anything up. Okay, there you go. I still got my 2-sided tape on there. So, of course, I take one of these cutting mats from the Dollar Tree and just put it on there so I can use it for the next time. And I just go over it lightly to hold it down. Voila! So it was a pretty good hack for me. It worked out pretty good. I'm not going to show you the process of doing these shirts because I have 2 to do, and there's quite a bit. I got to do the front and the back. So I have done all of the, and he's the artist, I have done all of the transfers onto this, all of the rhinestone transfers that I will be putting. K. Ross Original Art will go on the front. K. Ross Original Art will go on the front of both of those shirts. And then on the back of the shirts will be the artist. The artist. So the only thing I have to do is that R. Flip that one over. But that is it. I hope this helps someone if you're using cardstock and you have a problem with the cardstock lifting from your table. And I say table, but I use, if you have a cutting mat, you know, so that you can take it off afterwards. I'm sure you can lift it up off your table, but it's so much easier to trim it and lift it up. One more trick or tip that I want to show you what I do to store these until I get ready to press them on the shirt, because I have a total of 8, I believe, 8 rhinestone templates, and I don't want them to shift or move or anything. So I take a piece of cardstock and I put my rhinestone template on the cardstock. I put another piece, and then I stack them, put the rhinestone transfer cardstock, so I did that, and then I just clipped them with these paper clips so that they don't shift around, they don't move. I don't have a problem if I got stones moved until I get ready to press these onto the shirt. That is all. Thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. I hope this helps somebody. It helped me. It's a little process, but it served the purpose and it works. So try it out. A little 2-sided tape and just a little extra work, but I got the job done. I got all those done that I showed you, all those rhinestone templates, 2 sets of front and back with that method, and it helped me so much. So I appreciate you all. Please come back again. I got more for you. I don't know when and what, but it's coming. Peace and love. I love you, and I'm out. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.